In this video, I want to talk about how much muscle you can expect to gain when you're a little bit older, right? Got a lot of men, they come to me all over the world. I have the pleasure, the privilege to talk to so many of you older men who want to take your fitness to the next level. Many of the men, it's the first time in their lives that they're putting this much focus and attention to working out. Some men, they used to do it a long time ago. Now they took care of their family and their business, and they're getting back into it. Right, so we're a little bit older. Fitness is our priority, but the older men, they are in two distinctly different groups, brand new or coming back. And that's all going to have an impact on how much muscle you can expect to gain when you're a little bit older. Well, I want to just let you know that it takes a lot of willpower, focus, energy, and time to make this a priority, because you would have done it earlier in life if it was so easy. And if it was so easy, you never would have got away from it if you used to do it and you got away from it, right? It takes a lot of willpower, focus, energy, and time. We want to expect the best. It's one thing I talk about in all my messages. You got to expect the best from your efforts, especially if it's going to take all of this effort. Put yourself in the select group of men who really take care of themselves at a little bit this advanced age we're at, right? Not a lot of us men do. And it's going to take you this belief that it's all going to pay off. It's very important to the process. So when I talk to men about how much muscle they can expect to gain when they're a little bit older, it's a sensitive subject, because let me explain. If you have this amount of muscle in your mind, I expect to gain 10 pounds of muscle, you look in the mirror, and you look at the way you look, and you say, I want to build muscle. That's why I'm in the gym. I want to gain 10 pounds of muscle, right? So first of all, my question is, where did you come up with that number? Is it just a round number? Do you really know how that will visually look on your frame? Say you're 6 foot tall. That's just a number. You don't know necessarily, if you're kind of new to the process, what 10 pounds would actually look like, right? So if we set a goal and it's just based on some round number, if we don't hit that number, if we're not coming close, it can be very frustrating, right? So it's very important how much muscle you can expect to gain now that you're a little bit older, right? So if you have an amount and you don't feel, if I tell you you're never going to gain that amount of muscle, right? And you really don't know what it looks like or what that is or what the alternative is or how much better your health would be or how much better your physical body would be, even if you don't hit that number, it could be demoralizing. Why am I even doing this if I can't gain, let's just say, 10 pounds of muscle now that I'm a little bit older? All right? At the same time, if you have these expectations, all right, they're too ambitious, because you don't know what 10 pounds of muscle may look like on your frame, and you keep on working hard. You're doing your job. You're watching these videos. You're learning more. You're applying what you've learned. You think you're doing exactly, hey, Skip, I'm following the training and the diet just like you say. I've been doing it for a period of time. I'm not even coming close to what I expected to gain. Well, that can be demoralizing, all right? You could be winning, but because of that expectation you put on yourself, you're not going to keep on going, right? So it's very important, your muscle gain expectations. Let me just put it in this perspective for you. So I started bodybuilding at the age of 27. 13 months later, I entered my first natural bodybuilding contest. 13 months, a lot of genetic gifts, worked hard in that year, but I only had 13 months of training. It was a very, very small show. And I won the show, my first contest, at 5'11", and I weighed 200 pounds. Pretty good condition, right? Especially for a guy training for 13 months, right? started entering more contests, then I fell in love with it. Then I really got serious. I said, hey, I want to do more with this. And then maybe you've watched my videos on the internet. Maybe you ordered my VHS tapes and DVDs. I really got into it. I quit my job. So all I thought about, it became my identity to become a great bodybuilder. I don't even know how many contests in that 15-year period. I competed every single year, 6 and 8 meals a day, doing everything to the extreme, like a lot of the younger fitness experts that you see. Again, it was my identity. I stopped and ate every 2 hours, carried around the water jug. I wrote about the articles. I wrote books and DVDs. It was everything, right? And competing for 15 straight years. And when I won my 6th national championship, drug-free bodybuilding championship, 15 years later, I don't even know how many contests that was later. I didn't win every single one. I was 205 pounds, right? So 15 years of total dedication. After 13 months of training, 200 pounds, very good condition. And then let's just say it was a lot better condition, but it was 205 pounds. But it looked dramatically different. All right, so if you looked at, well, that wasn't much of it, and you did all that eating and training, and you only gained 5 pounds, but it looked gigantically different. All right, so there's a couple of things. I was 41 years old when I retired. All right, so, we're talking about a shift of all that dedication of 10 rock-solid pounds, but the illusion, it looked massively different. The 200 pounds, and then 15 straight years at 205 pounds. Right? Now, again, it's how you perceive that. Is that going to demoralize you? Is that going to, what am I doing all this? Look, I don't have all of that. I'm not going to dedicate, I'm not going to gain more. Are you telling me I can't even gain 5 pounds of muscle? All right? Will that prevent you from even going or digging in? Or will you say, you know what, I've heard I can gain more than that. Maybe that was your challenge. And then you go in the process. Right? It's very, very important because your muscle gain expectations at this age, it really sets the foundation to the whole journey. What you see in your training, is it working, is it not working? Another thing is how much body fat that you have. All right, a lot of guys in their quest to, because they want to gain more muscle, either one, they'll have all this body fat and won't even display the muscle that they have because they want that number to go higher because of their muscle gain expectations. Or they'll never get lean enough because every time they start getting lean and really starting to show the muscles, that's not meeting their muscle gain expectations, right? The answer is how much muscle that you can gain when you're a little bit older. It really depends on your situation, how long you've been training, right? If you've been training for a lot of years and now you're older, that's going to be one situation, how much muscle you can gain in the coming year, all right, versus you're brand new to training. I mean, you may be a little bit older, but just overloading the muscle, training on a consistent basis, it's your first time you've done this to your body, you're going to have the ability to gain more muscle even though you're a little bit older than a man who's been doing a little later. But I'll tell you, that's going to be genetic conditions, what you put into it too. I think the biggest takeaway that I want to give you as you go through this journey, it's really about quality. It's about quality, what your body looks like. Ounces of muscle is maybe what you should expect, and you shouldn't see that as a bad thing because when you lose that body fat, right, it's going to give you that illusion of size. And I tell a lot of men, they're bigger, and they say, well, I may be 30 pounds overweight, but I carry a lot of muscle. I think that I should lose 20 pounds. And I kind of tell them, well, here I am. I'm 5'11", and I'm about 210 pounds. Do you think you have more muscle than me? And I just say that. And then that puts them in perspective because, again, they'll hold on to that extra weight, never displaying the muscle, never showing a quality physique because they believe that they have all this muscle, or that when they're dieting, they're losing all this quality muscle when it's really not. It's really not quality muscle, right? And then when they start losing weight and then they have to wear smaller shirts, they think that they've dieted away all their muscle and then they keep their weight the same. Right, so it's a very delicate subject, and it really is going to be up to you, right, how you put it in context for your training to get the most out of it. right? It really is the foundation to a lot of beliefs. If you're going to believe and keep on going forward, you're going to understand that quality muscle, that quality physique, that leanness, especially at this age, health, you are winning the game, so you keep on going. Or because the scale isn't going up with everything that you're doing, you see that as a negative thing and it makes you quit. Certainly, it dampers the enjoyment of this journey. Really important. Hey, if you want to talk to me about that, send me an email at Skip LaCour, what your situation might be. I do that a lot of times with men. We send texts back and forth of the pictures, and I can kind of assess where they are, how much body fat they'll need to lose to have that physique that they really want, especially in the context of health and fitness, right? You can schedule a time to talk to me. Go to talkwithskip.com, talkwithskip.com. You talk to me for 10 or 15 minutes because it's really important that you get the perspective that you need. In my over 30 years of helping men just like you, it's very important when you set up the strategies, the training, and actually your implementation. This mindset is so important in the process. If you really want to take your efforts to the next level, if you're really determined, I mean you're really determined, right? This is the time. I have a lot of driven, ambitious men. They're successful in their family, and they're successful in their business, and they appreciate how much hard work that it took to have that family and business. A lot of people admire them for the stability, long marriages, a lot of times at their job or business. And they appreciate the effort that it took. And now it comes to their fitness. They want to round out. They want to become the total package. They just don't want to have a great family and great business. They want to have their health and fitness. And they realize mastery at the level that they're used to, there's a learning curve. That may take time. They don't want to wait till they're 60 years old. If that sounds like you, I want you to go to skiplacour.com/transformation. I want you to join me for my 12-week fitness transformation for older men. All right, it starts really soon. It starts with 3 one-hour one-on-one coaching sessions with me. 3 consecutive weeks, we'll break down the whole why, the reasons why, the motivation, set up systems for you to succeed. The second session is with training. We'll break it down, have a training program for you. You'll have an understanding of why all this information, maybe from the younger, passionate fitness experts all over the internet, why it's conflicting. You'll understand why, so you can move forward with certainty and confidence. The third session, the third week, one-on-one with me. These calls are recorded, so you'll learn from them over and over again forever. It's about nutrition. A lot of men, older men, they're willing to work hard in the gym. They're not so willing to attack the nutritional habits. All right? They just hope that their training is going to create that body that they want, even though they heard and they intellectually know that their nutrition is important. It's just so overwhelming. They get so much information out there. A lot of it is for 50-pound sedentary people who don't even work out. That's a lot of the nutrition information out there. And a lot of it that's left is by those really dedicated fitness experts who are willing to eat 6 and 8 times a day, carry around a water jug, and all the details that don't apply to you. There's so much information. I understand it's not your fault why you can't get it straight, but it does need to be addressed. Nutrition is the most important part of the process, especially to display the muscle that you have and the physique that you want. We discussed that in session number 3. You'll have the understanding to move forward with certainty and confidence to attack this nutrition, have a plan for you. Again, 3 one-hour one-on-one coaching sessions with me. That's how we start off. Then we join the rest of the men on weekly group coaching sessions where I break it down. You'll know everything that you must at this age to make health and fitness a major part of your life. You'll move forward with certainty and confidence. It won't be a matter of what to do. I guarantee you that. It'll just be a matter of you doing it. And that motivation, it's going to be a lot easier to get motivated when it comes to training and eating. You have more certainty, more clarity, and a lot less confusion. It's a lot easier to get motivated. The greatest thing about this 12-week transformation journey is we connect. By text, by email. You can call me. We're together during this 15-week process. Total immersion, total accountability for me and coaching. All right, so go to skiplacour.com/transformation. I want you to join me. Fill out that questionnaire. Even if you're the slightest bit interested, we could talk and see if it's a good fit for you. Maybe there's other programs. Maybe I can just give you some information, but I want you to join me on this 12-week fitness transformation journey. Fill out that questionnaire. Fill it out thoroughly. All right, play all out. I'll reach out to you and we'll talk. All right, do that today. It's starting really soon. My 12-week fitness transformation, that is specifically designed for older men with busy, productive lives like you, if you're attracted to this message, right? We'll put everything in context, right? Again, how much muscle can you expect to gain now that you're a little bit older? It's very important to the foundation of your belief system and what you actually follow through, right? We got to be optimistic about what we can do, so we put forth our effort. At the same time, we have to manage our expectations so we're not disappointed and we blame the training strategy, eating strategy, where it's just not going to happen maybe at this age that you may think, right? This is the mindset that you need in addition to the strategies, and that's what I want you to keep on coming back to my Facebook page, but to my YouTube channel. I want you to be on all of my social media platforms, all right? So all of this fitness information, training, eating, the total package, to become your best both inside and outside of the gym, that's what you're going to get. So I want you on all of my social media platforms. So how much muscle can you expect to gain at this age? We'll talk about that. Just move forward. It's about the physical appearance, right? We don't want to put a number that we don't even know what it really looks like. We want to just do the disciplines, be lean, and let the numbers fall where they may. It's about being healthy, fit, and looking good. Right, so that's going to do it. Hey, thank you so much for joining me for this Workouts for Older Men. Again, make sure you're on all of my social media platforms. Leave your comments, your questions, your suggestions down below. I'll always connect with you. Have a great day.